Hello and welcome back to Go Play a Star War here on Chasey K Plays. As you probably saw by the count, the time, this is gonna be a short one. It's late. I'm tired, but I wanted to play a little bit more, so we are gonna get back into it. We are on Manan, water planet. We've heard about the Kolto, which Manan here is trying to be kind of neutral and work with both the Sith and the Republic to provide this Kolto, which is a healing, it's like Bacta, Bacta in Star Wars, but they called it just something different in the KOTOR times. But Kolto basically functions the same way. It's a big healing thing. So we just got into the city, and we know. Oh, right. We brought Jolie with us. One of his friends is on trial, we've been told. And so we might go try to meet up with him. And we know we're looking for the Star Forge, obviously. But let's talk to a non-fish person here, because they...
I hear there's going to be a heavy meteor shower in the Coruscant system this year.
It's like, well, this is a planet full of the fish people, and maybe you talk to the people who aren't fish people because maybe they're more important, or not more important. That's wrong to say, but maybe they look different, so it tips off the player that this might be somebody I need to talk to, but apparently not. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I guess we can just kind of go wherever. We've got the East, Otto City East Central, or there's some doors over here. Let's explore this space a little bit more while we're here. See if there's anything else. There's a Kolto Distribution Center, sure. Hi, guys. No? Ooh, a Sith soldier. Okay. Sith and Republic dudes? Okay. You guys all right with this arrangement?
We've got all the proper Kolto training permits, so back off.
Okay.
Hey, I'm working here. Go talk to the diplomatic rep if you got something to say.
Okay. Cellcath coordinator. I cannot sell you Kolto unless you show me your purchase permit. I just want some information. I'm not here to answer your questions, Offworlder. I'm a distributor of Kolto, the lifeblood of the Manan economy. Either show me your purchase permit or leave me in peace. I don't have one of those. Then why are you here, human? Are you seeking employment? We do not hire your kind here. Do you even have an Offworlder work permit? I thought not. I suggest you visit the courthouse in the district to the west, Offworlder. There is nothing for you here. I don't really care about purchasing a permit, but he did give us a little bit of information in that the courthouse is to the west. So let's walk that way and see what we can find. Maybe we'll find Jolie's friend. Otto West. Elora. Oh, that's yeah.
Jesse, I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible,
We've been told.
Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Elora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Elora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
That was interesting. I wonder if they could have put some kind of flag here to go, hey, you've already talked to the guy on Korriban who mentioned Sunry and Elora. But Jolie acted like he was very surprised that, obviously if we didn't go talk to that guy, this conversation would have been natural. But it feels a little unnatural this way. I wonder if they just, weren't able to get the conversation in, get the voice actor in to do that flag, or maybe they just forgot about it. Who knows? But okay, we're gonna find the judges. I also like that judges was capitalized, so maybe that's important. Ooh, a prison.
No problem.
You gonna let me get in?
Work.
No, I figured probably not. Hi, guy. Only the arbiters are permitted into the prison cells, human. Arbiters also capitalized. Interesting. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Republic negotiator.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Interesting.
Mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Why are you hiring mercenaries?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now, excuse me. I have to continue my recruitments.
Okay. I thought it was something more Manon-based, but you just mean general war happening. Fair enough. Okay, let's go down here. Diplomats. Okay, this seems to be some courty looking stuff. Let's come back here in a second. I want to check out the rest of this area. Nilko Blas. Human, I wish to speak to you if you have the time. What's up, Nilko? Greetings, human. My name is Nilko Blas. I hope you are enjoying yourself here in Otto City. Our floating city is beautiful, is it not? You know, you are a lot more friendly than most of the other Selkath here. I'm afraid you speak the truth, human. My people are suspicious of outsiders. They fear the destruction of our beautiful planet. The beauty of Manon is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile, and I fear for the preservation of my planet. What do you want? You are blunt, human, but that is perhaps what I require. There is a task I would ask human Jedi. I fear there is nowhere else I can turn. What do you want me to do? Rest assured, there will be ample reward for this human. I only require information, nothing more. That's too bad. I would really like to fight something. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Selkath people, this is of great concern to me. I only seek the reason for this change in the Republic policy. Why do you need me for this? I cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep their secret, and I've inquired often as to their purpose and have been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give me an accurate report of the events. They will twist the truth so that it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions, and I will pay you 500 credits.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Please, see if you can help. See if you can find the answers I seek. Find why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries. Find where they're going. Find why they do not return. I'll do it, but only for the money. God, I guess that's the option we have to pick based on the direction we went. Once you have the answers I seek, I will gladly pay you the 500 credits I promised. All right. Travelers. Iridonian mercenary.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
what do you have against the Achani and the Mandalorians?
They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Achani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue.
Okay. Iridorian. I thought it was Iridonian that was like a Darth Maul. Am I wrong? Iridorian. Star Wars. Yeah, this is a different thing. No, it's not. Yeah, Huh, okay, this does say Iridonian. And Iridonian Zabrax. So what's... But this guy definitely said Iridorian. Yeah, he says... Such a spelling mistake? I guess it is, because this exact guy, do I have the ability to pull that up? Does this work? No, that doesn't work. What am I doing? That's not how. I'd have to open a new video thing. I'm not doing that. But it's got this exact guy with his model under Iridonian. Interesting. None of this matters. It's not a big deal, but it is fun to me that that this guy is not, he is Iridorian, but is not showing the head spikes that you'd see with a Darth Maul or Bowder from KOTOR 2. Anyway, let's ask him some more questions.
Though you may find some of my answers distasteful.
Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries? It's not going to be as easy as that, right?
Perhaps you should ask them. The Republic prefers not to deal with my kind, though maybe they need an Iridorian to finish the job. The mercenaries they hire must be failing, as they are never heard from again. That is all I know. Is there more you wish to ask?
Well, not just a spelling mistake, because he definitely said Iridorian there. You think you'll know anything about the star map? I'm going to guess no.
Nanan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Is there more you would know?
No.
Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
That's not really the problem I have, but... I also wonder if Iridonian or Iridorian, whatever they're going to call him here, and Zabrak had not been condensed into kind of one thing here. That if Zabrak was still... I think they still kind of... It's like the planet is Iridonia, but the species is sometimes called Zabrak. It's something like that. I don't really know.
Now, I'm as cold-blooded as the next guy, but I'm starting to wonder if working for the Sith is a good idea. Bad enough they wiped out Terrace. Now I hear they did the same to Dantooine. Seems like they don't care who they kill, and they don't even need a reason. I need work, but if I have any choice, I'll sign on with the Republic.
Okay.
If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as it is. Maybe that Iridorian skullslagger at the bar, or the Ajani nerf herder cowering in the corner is available.
Don't you hate the Republic for defeating your people? What a stupid thing to ask. Let's ask it.
I'm a realist. It was war, after all. And even though the Republic destroyed my people, the leaders of the Armada were Revan and Malak. So I hate the Sith just as much. And with this war, there's plenty of opportunity to take bloody vengeance against both sides and make a nice profit along the way. We Mandalorians are always practical that way. Not like those bloodthirsty Iridorians or those honor-bound Achani. Or anything else you want?
No,
So
I'm
why are
fine.
you telling me? If you're going, go. I don't need a status report.
I also don't know if I know what an Achani looks like. There's the handmaiden from KOTOR 2, but I don't think she is Achani. She just knows Achani stuff. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that one. Oh. Greetings, human. My name is Shaeless. I've heard it said that you were no friend of the Sith. Is this true? Actually, I kind of like the Sith. They got style. Yeah, okay. I think I would say my allegiances are my own business. I'm not here to talk to you guys about this shit. You are wise to be so guarded, human, but my sources are rarely wrong, and they have informed me that you are no friend of Malik's people. Those are two separate things, but okay. Though I suspect we have little in common, human. I share your dislike of the Sith. They have brought grief for my family. I'm not a fool. I know the Sith do not respect our laws as the Republic does. Were it up to me, I would do everything in my power to aid the Republic in the war against Malik. But intergalactic politics stay my hand. Still, I know the Sith are evil, and I fear what they will do to my people, and what they may be doing now. Just, come on, get to the point, bud. Many of the Selkath have vanished, human. Most who have gone missing are on the cusp of adulthood. The youth will someday lead this planet. My own daughter, Shasa is among those who have disappeared. These disappearances coincide with the arrival of the Sith, and I cannot dismiss the connection. The Sith are up to something, human. Something sinister. I can feel it. Yep. What's in it for me? I will give you 500 credits if you can uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth. Not much, but all I can afford. I have no official authority in this matter, and my personal wealth is not vast. There is no one else I can turn to, human. The Republic agents are too closely watched by the Sith, and the Otto City authorities cannot act without proof of Sith involvement. I've got better things to do than look for missing tadpoles. But I think we still get the quest no matter if I say this or not. I see, human. Despite your rebuff, my offer still stands. I have nowhere else to turn. Return to me if you obtain information on my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth, and I will reward you as promised. Hey, I'm not going to do that. Okay, but if you do it, then it's just something you kind of have to do with these games, is to because we're still trying to play the evil way, they have to have an evil line, even if it doesn't actually mean what you want it to, what the words actually say.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
I'm Dando Bell. I'm just here to check out the swoop races. Are there even swoop races here? I think that's kind of a lame line. I don't have much use for the Republic. I'm searching for some ancient ruins. Hear your Sith taking an interest in Selkath youth. That's a little forward, don't you think? Let's say I don't have much use for the Republic.
I couldn't agree with you more. Just the sight of a Republic uniform makes me want to vomit. I can't wait until we crush them all like the pathetic vermin they are. I'm sorry, I do tend to get a little worked up. I think I've been stationed on Manan too long. This place can make you crazy. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malik should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, Kolto or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
Totally. Well, now that we've chatted a little bit, I hear the Sith are taking an interest in the Selkath youth.
We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
I'm just trying to find 500 credits. Sure, I'll ask her about the star map. She won't know anything.
You some kind of historian or something. You should forget about the past, look towards the future. That's why I joined the Sith. The Republic is old news. And then I get stuck on Manan, the worst post in the galaxy. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely...
Okay, she just kind of goes through the same lines no matter what you say.
Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to...
Is this wild?
Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Well, that was a very unpleasant conversation. Greetings, human. There are a few places in Otto City where off-worlders are welcome, but here they are at least tolerated. Thanks, bud. What do you got in stock? I am certain you will see that all my inventory is of superior quality. Stimulants, it's all just stimulants. I don't care about any of that. You want to talk to the drunk guy, Viglo?
Hey man, clear out. They're cramping my style with the ladies.
What ladies? Her? What other ladies are there? My guy. I don't know how that's working out for you.
You might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
Why are you drunk now? Like, her whole thing's being drunk, but you're also nodding along like you were drunk, and now you're fine, but that's weird. Alright, let's talk to the Achani guy.
You hiring for the Republic or the Sith?
Neither.
Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Alright, well, you suck.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
I am as dark side as I could possibly get, lady. Oh my god. Alright, well, none of these people were very useful. But I guess we have 2 quests that we get to do now.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I am aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witness reports clearly state that your Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as the Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. I find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. I should throw all parties involved into the Otto City jail. Since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. Court is dismissed, though I warn you that further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. Alright. Well, nobody's happy. Should we talk to let's talk to the diplomats first.
Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
Okay.
One day soon, the Selkath will pay for the indignities they have inflicted on the Sith.
Okay. Let's talk to Judge Shelkar here. I am Judge Shelkar, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manan. It is my task today to answer the needs of off-world citizens of both the Republic and the Sith Empire. If you have legitimate grievances with another party, then you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. That is acceptable, I believe. In Manan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. This arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You are now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. I will now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time in which to investigate and organize a defense of your client, and I advise you use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Alasa Huros. He's been charged with the murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he is being kept in solitary whatever. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hotel in question pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has now been informed of your appointment. Alasa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case and you are an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. That is kind of funny. Alright. Well, let's find the datapad, I guess, and look over, see if there's anything mentioned that wasn't mentioned there. I'm gonna guess probably not. Okay, what do we got here? Well, it doesn't seem to be any of these. No. Okay, well, thanks for nothing, I guess. Alright. Sunday murder trial. You've spoken to the judges in the court, and they have consented to appoint you as arbiter in this case. As arbiter, you will defend your client to the best of your ability before the judges. They've given you the following information as well. Sunday was seen leaving the scene of the murder after a blaster shot was heard. Man, I really cannot talk. Sunry has noticeable crippling injuries from a past experience as a war hero against the Sith, so it was definitely him. This is testified to by the proprietor of the hotel where this occurred, Ignis. In the room that he had rented, a Sith woman, Alasa, was found dead, clutching a Republic War medal in her hand. There were two witnesses besides the hotel owner. One is Glupor, a Rhodian who is staying in the next room. The other is Feareth Me. Me? Feareth Me. Feareth Me! A gambler who was also staying nearby. Their stories seem to corroborate Ignis's. Okay, that's all we get. I guess we're here, so it makes sense to talk to these guys. Judge Josa. Since you have been designated arbiter in the Sunry case, I shall answer questions you might have. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is a former Republic officer who is highly regarded by your people. He is admired by your people here on Manon, and even seems to maintain some sort of relations with them still. He is as capable as some of the Republic citizens still believe him to be. If he is as capable, he is certainly capable of actions that would result in this murder. Is there anything else you would wish to ask in relation to this case? Is there anything suspicious about this case? Well, I've often wondered if Sunry were so innocent, why would he be fleeing the scene of the crime? Why would he have been running off if he had not committed the crime himself, or was at least aware of what had occurred? This case seems fairly simple and obvious to me. You Republic types stick together. However, and I assume you will go to lengths to defend him. What do you think of the Republic and Sith Empire? Both empires are at fault for this current conflict. The Republic in the past for laying the foundations upon which the Sith Empire grew, and the Sith now, obviously, for starting the war. But no matter the wrongs that have been done in the past, the Sith now have no cause for renewing hostilities. It almost seems as if they just want to conquer everything. I believe the Republic has every right to defend itself and drive the Sith back where they came from. Unfortunately for them, and perhaps for us, they do not seem to be doing too good a job of it. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Alright, that's all we're getting from them. What do we feel about Nailshkin? Suppose I must spend some time talking to you since you are here in an official capacity. What do you need? What do you think of Sunry? Sunry was a Republic soldier, a hero even. Do you think his Republic masters would let someone so valuable go so easily? I think not. I think Sunry maintains his contacts with the Republic and seeks to escalate the situation here. Okay. Do you think there's anything suspicious? I find this case to be fairly straightforward. Sunry is from the Republic, Alasa from the Sith. Great empires battling now live out their conflict through their minions too. Man, he's, yikes. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? I do not buy into the Republic line that this is some epic battle of the good Republic versus the evil Sith Empire. The Sith Empire is merely an expansionistic power, much like the Republic was early in its history. It is simply the turning of history, where the old is swept away by the better new. Alright, that guy's not going to be super helpful to Sunray, I imagine. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Get out of the way. We haven't asked you anything outside of the initials thing. I have questions about the trial. Yeah, let me ask about the star map. The star map? Not precisely, but Manon holds many wondrous and exciting locales and treasures. Kolto, not the least of them. Many shops and boulevards cater to the whim of any species and provide a vibrant nightlife that has to be seen to be believed. This and other tourist paraphernalia can be had from your local embassy, so do not waste my time with it. Yeah, that's not exactly what I was talking about. What do you know about the young Selkath who have gone missing? The court is unaware of any missing beings reports. Should any substantial evidence come up in regards to such disappearance, you should file it with us, and an investigation will be launched. Okay, so you don't know anything. Let's ask questions about the trial. You have the right as arbiter to ask me questions. Blah, blah, blah. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is known to us as a hero of the Republic in your perpetual conflicts with the Sith Empire. While he may have been severely injured in the line of duty, I personally hold him in quite high regard.
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
In no way does his disability hamper him, though. Rest assured that my personal regard for Sunry will not affect my judgment. While emotion may rule your Senate, the cold, hard hand of the law rules here on Manon. Anything suspicious? Yes, there is something that has been bothering me. The medal that was found clutched in the Sith's hand. I find it most odd that such a blatantly incriminating piece of evidence would be left at the scene of the crime. I've already analyzed the evidence and it does not appear to be a replica, but I still have my doubts. In the midst of this crime, though, Sunry could well have lost it. I have seen much more improbable things happen in my tenure to the courts.
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Alasa's hand.
Is there another matter you wish to inquire about? Yeah, tell me about the Republic and the Sith. The governing bodies of both states seek to keep an amicable relationship with our world in order to facilitate the exporting of Kolto. I do not delude myself into thinking that either of your states holds any great love for us, but we are necessary, so you will let us hold our autonomy. I try not to concern myself with intergalactic policy. I find it stretches the letter of the law too much for my tastes. Okay. Well, let's talk to you, Coda. What do you think about Sunry? Sunry was a great warrior in his time. He fought for the Republic against the Sith aggression and proved valorous. I have great respect for his accomplishments and find it tragic that he finds himself in his current condition. If the Republic had more individuals like him right now, I do not believe the Sith would be so great a problem for your people. Anything suspicious? Find it questionable that a man with such a reputable past as Sunry would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. Especially not from behind. Oh, that he wouldn't do it from behind. But knowing the Sith, there was probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There has been much pressure by the Sith on our government, and even on the judges themselves, to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. But the letter of the law is absolute, and we will not be compromised for Sith power games. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? I find this great battle being waged across the galaxy both disturbing and ultimately tragic. For all its faults, your tottering Republic has benefited the vast majority of the galaxy for many millennia. To see it all fall into ruin in such a short time. I do not like the Sith, that I make no effort to hide. I will even admit that if given the option, I would rule that we should join the Republic. But I must remain impartial and rule on this case as the law requires. Okay. And lastly, what do you think about Sunry? I find the idea that some half-human cripple could murder someone as obviously competent as the Sith Alasa questionable at best. A man who can barely walk killed a Sith warrior in her prime? Preposterous. But I wouldn't put it past the Republic to try and arrange some such circumstances to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? Suspicious? I find it presumptuous to assume that the cripple Sunry could have killed Alasa. I think there must have been another who killed her, perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason for the medal clutched in Alasa's hand either, but it may have been that she fought them off even as she died. I think this may be the work of the Republic, of some Republic conspiracy. I'm not afraid to say so. If the only means I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunry, then so be it. Okay. Is that all? Alright, so this guy definitely doesn't like the Republic, but he does seem to be a little bit more practical than some of the other ones here. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? I think the Republic is an institution in sore need of change. It has gone on too long, and the Sith are the fresh wind of change blowing across the galaxy. I do not believe in the false stories of the evils of the Sith Empire. They are nothing compared to the oppression and stagnation that the Republic represents at its core. If I was given the power to decide, Mom would join with the Sith, forcing the Republic to accept the new face of the future. But sadly, it would appear that I am wiser and more farsighted than my immediate superiors. I am relegated to civil judicial matters. I will judge this case, and I will find Sunry as guilty as he is charged to be.
So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change.
Impartiality is one thing. Blindness is another entirely.
You said it, not I.
Are you finished? Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, we learned a few things there. So it sounds like she was shot in the back. We learned that he can barely walk. So I think we do... We figured out all the other witnesses who are here. Will you let me talk to Sunry? You come and go as you please, Arbiter. You will find the door is unlocked. If you wish to begin your trial, you must make the request with the warden, which will then be passed on to the judges. All right. Sunry, warden, prisoner. Let's talk to this prisoner first.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Be quiet, off-world scum. Wow. That's it? We don't get to talk to that guy about why he's so mad? Alright. What's up, Sunry?
Jolie, what are you doing here? Allura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkled butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Okay, let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith when I turned Alessa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alessa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
So none of that felt particularly revelatory. Like it's all just kind of like feelings. I need some actual facts, bud. There are a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Okay, again, kind of a non-answer. Okay. Any ideas where I should look for some new evidence?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
That was extremely unhelpful.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Yeah, but you didn't give me anything. I mean, I guess that they were trying to turn her into a double agent. Where is the hotel? Enclave, High Court, holding cell. Must be to the east. Yeah, maybe let's get to the hotel and then call it there. Also, I'm gonna put my gun away. I'm just tired of looking at that pistol, knowing that I'm not gonna get to use it on this planet. Okay, nothing else here. It's just down this way. Okay.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Okay. General store.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark?
For the Sith, a month's pay. But since you are a member of the Republic, I will charge you a week's salary.
Thanks, Tyvark. Catch you next week.
What's up, Tyvark? Have you heard the news? They say the Sith slaughtered a secret Jedi outpost on Dantooine in a vile and cowardly sneak attack. Yet despite this monstrous act, the Selkath authorities insist on maintaining their neutrality, and the Sith walk amongst us like vermin in the streets of Otto City. But my feelings about the Sith are well known around Otto City. I shall spare you further outbursts. What may I offer you? Or what may it do for you? What do you got? Yeah, we're fine. Anything useful? A Bothan Needler, like in Halo. 3 to 6 with a stun chance and an attack modifier +2. It's not the worst thing in the world, but not very good. None of these things are all that useful. A Zabrak Battle Cannon. 6 to 13. Attack modifier 3. I don't think you can upgrade it, but that's potentially better than what HK's using right now. We'll take a look in a second. This gives Dex 2. Gives a bunch of feats we don't need, but Dex 2's not bad. Con 3? Not particularly useful. Okay. I think the only thing we might want here is the Zabrak battle cannon. Let's check out HK. That's 3 to 12. 3 to 12 with attack modifier 3.
Sure.
And that was it's like 6 to 13, something like that. Yeah, 6 to 13. So it doesn't have much higher ceiling, but it has a higher floor. I don't think that's necessary.
I always shop here. Tyvark's prices are the best in the city.
Okay. Well, his prices might be good, but his stuff's not amazing. You Sith guys want to say anything?
Malak will show you republics how a war is really waged.
No, not particularly. Go south here in a second. Clearing up everything else up here. Door somewhere. Hulas. Shady Rhodian. Why do you bother me, human? I do not wish to speak to you. Why are you just standing here in the corner? I am here for my own reasons. Those who know of me and wish to do business know I can be found here. You will either do business with me or leave. Business? I trade and sell Pazak cards. No. Don't care about Pazak. What's up, Hulas? A human. There are Selkath everywhere, but you choose to speak with me. Am I so different? Do you think I have answers that others do not? That's a strange greeting. These are strange times. The Sith and the Republic battle to control the galaxy, but their war destroys what they both seek to possess. The war sows fear and confusion. People are lost. They want guidance, direction. They have questions, and they want answers. That's why I'm here. I too seek answers. Answers to what? The Republic, the Sith, the war, everything. Nothing. Answers are always the hardest to find when the questions are unclear. Yet that does not stop us from searching. Who are you? A name! There is power in names. Yet in the end, a name alone means less than nothing. I am Hulas, a traveler from the world of Duro. What is your name, human? Ah, okay. I guess somebody gave me a thing? Senivek gave me a message to see you. Senivek? This name means nothing to me. Are you certain this person told you and your companions to come and see me? That's very strange. Obviously, there must be some mistake. Maybe this is a joke. I doubt anyone named Senivek told you to bring your companions and come to speak with me. He gave me this data pad. It mentions the Genoharadan. Genoharadan? That word means nothing to me. If you want to speak like a fool, you should at least have the sense not to do it in front of others. I believe we should end this discussion before you embarrass yourself further in front of your friends. Okay. So was he playing coy there, or... You tried talking to Hulas about the Genoharadan, but he claimed not to know anything. Maybe he will speak to you if you leave the rest of your party back at the Ebon Hawk. Ugh, okay. Sure. Why don't you guys screw off for a second? You return! Was our business so unfinished when we last spoke? What is it you want? Alright. Senivek. Seni did not think you would come, but I knew better, Dandobel. It is good that you have come alone, for if you ever come with others, I will not speak to you of these things. Yeah, obviously, we figured that out. I am Hulas of the Genoharadan, a secret society of bounty hunters. For 1,000 generations we have existed, but always hidden beneath the unimpenetrable veil. I've never heard of you. If you ever have, we are shadow, darkness, and night. We are less than a whisper or a thought. We have managed to keep our existence a secret far longer than most could ever imagine. If you are ever foolish enough to tell anyone about this meeting or the Genoharadan's existence, we would not believe, or they would not believe you. They would probably think you were paranoid or mentally unstable. Not even those closest to you can know we have approached you. If you ever speak to me around any of your companions, I will not discuss the Genoharadan. Do you understand, Dandobel? Yeah, I get it. I believe you speak the truth, Dandobel. But remember this, if you ever betray us, this opportunity will be lost forever. Few among the galaxy have ever heard of the Genoharadan. They never see us, never know we are there. They do not even know we exist. If you do not follow our rules, we will vanish and you will be like all the others. You will never see us again. We will be nothing but a figment of your imagination. But if you swear to keep the secrets of our order, you will learn a forbidden society known only to a handful throughout the galaxy. Sure, I'll preserve the secrecy of your order. Excellent, Dandobel. We have high hopes for you within the guild. You prove yourself worthy. Listen closely, and I will give you a first glimpse into our secret world. We Genoharadan are an ancient guild of elite bounty hunters. For thousands of years, we have been the best. We have been at work throughout the galaxy, eliminating our targets in near total secrecy. How does anybody hire you if nobody knows you exist? In the highest corridors of power, a handful of people know we exist, and how to contact us. Of course, these people are smart enough to keep this knowledge a carefully guarded secret. And on very rare occasions, when we are seeking new clients, one of our guild masters will approach a powerful political figure and offer our services when the time is right. What does this have to do with me? By killing Calo Nord, you have shown great potential. The Genoharadan could use someone like you, if you are willing. And your work for us could be of great aid to the Republic. Why would the Genoharadan protect the Republic? Genoharadan have a vested interest in preserving the Republic. It is the perfect cover for our work. We operate behind the scenes, manipulating events through subtle machinations. Or machinations. Do you think the Republic has persisted for 15,000 years by mere accident? If not for our influence, distasteful as our methods may seem to some, the Republic would have collapsed long ago. We understand the bureaucracy of the Republic. We have learned how to alter the course of political events under the existing regime. We have no wish to see the Republic fall. what's in this for me? As I said earlier, your efforts will help the Republic. By aiding us, you will earn the right to join an exclusive organization with the power to alter the very course of galactic history. And of course, there is the simplest reason of all. Jedi'Haradan ward their agents very, very well. Okay, what do I have to do to join? As you can imagine, joining the Jedi'Haradan is not a simple process. To begin, we will need proof of your loyalty and your competence. When you feel you are ready, I will give you a test, a target who must be eliminated. Of course, you will have to come alone whenever you wish to discuss the Jedi'Haradan business. Sure, I'm ready to prove myself. Killing Kalanord was an impressive display of your skills, but there is more to the Jedi'Haradan than mere killing. To preserve the secrecy of our order, our agents must be discreet. You must be able to find and eliminate a target without drawing undue attention. You can never mention your assignments to others, not even your closest allies. Also, you cannot ask people for information about your target. You must complete your mission using only the information I will provide. Who's my target? Your first mission is a simple one. Eliminate a Rhodian anti-Republic terrorist named Lorgul. Tell me about Lorgul. Lorgul is a radical who wants to destroy the Republic through terrorist acts. He is responsible for over 24 bombings, leaving hundreds of civilians dead. He was recently captured and is being held prisoner in the Republic base here on Manan, awaiting transport to Coruscant for trial, a chance to publicly voice his radical beliefs. We do not want to give him that chance. You must find a way to kill him before he leaves for Coruscant, but you must be subtle. It must look like an accident or an unexplainable death. The Republic would be glad to get rid of Lorgul, so they won't investigate his death closely. As long as he isn't struck down by a weapon in his cell, the Jedi'Haradan will be satisfied. Anything else? Remember, tell no one about this. If there are others with you when you confront Lorgul, make it seem as if you are acting on behalf of the Republic, not the Jedi'Haradan. That is all for now. Return to me when Lorgul is dead, and you will be suitably rewarded. Okay. And he's where? Been instructed to kill a Rhodian named Lorgul. He's currently being held prisoner in the Republic base on Manan. Hulis has told you to make it look like an accident. And that base is where? Huh. Maybe it's here. East Courtyard. Okay. And then what was all the way south? Visitors Hotel. Republic Embassy. Okay. All right. How about this? How about we stop here? Because I'm tired. I can feel my eyes getting heavy already. We've spoken a lot of Selkath today. So let's get a save in. We've got a couple missions going on here. The Jedi'Haradan one, and the task with Sunry, and of course finding the Starforge. So we'll have all of those things to do. Oh boy, this yeah. I mean, this planet is interesting in being a very talk-heavy planet, a very combat-light planet, but it's also kind of rough when it's a talk-heavy planet and most of the talking is by aliens who are not speaking in a language I know. And I have to speak in case you guys are just listening and not watching, which sorry if that's the case. I'm sure I'm not doing this in a very fun manner. But we'll get through it. We're on Manan. We're getting things done. We made some progress. We learned some things today. We'll be back next time and learn even more. So, till then, catch you later.